What's up FPL gaffers, welcome back to my channel for another FPL video. This is my final game week team selection for game week 5. First of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's been liking, sharing and following my content. If you're new around here and enjoying this content, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share to as many FPL gaffers as you can, and let me take you through the team from last game week before I take you to my final team selection for game week 5. Now, last game week I started off with Robert Sanchez. He came up with 2 points. Of course, Chelsea now starting to leak goals. Conceded in the 93rd minute a second goal which got the point against Brentford. Mickey van der Ven came up with 14 points, got a goal, a clean sheet, and bonus points. Anderson, again, guys, sorry if I'm looking down. I've got my notes down here. So, essential sometimes for me to give you the right information, which is why I'm looking to the notes and giving you the right information that is required for you to make best decisions as well, okay? Anderson coming up with 10-pointer, got 2 bonus points, had the clean sheet, DEFCON points as well. Mark Gay coming with the 6-pointer against Sunderland. Moving on to Dewsbury Hall, comes up with the 2-pointer, although it was a 0-0 against Aston Villa. Got the yellow card. Moving on to Bruno Fernandes, gets the 2-pointer. Semenyo coming up with the goods in 13 points, got a goal, assist, and the full 3 bonus points. Mo Salah getting the last minute penalty, scoring it and the bonus point. João Pedro getting an assist with the head. Richarlison, of course, frustrating, came in the last 20 minutes, didn't get any returns. And Ollie Watkins played the whole 90. Of course, very frustrating, just comes up with the 2 points. On the bench, I had Dubravka, Diouf, Nico Williams, and Potts. Now, moving on to, it was an amazing game week for me, last game week, but what to say, when you're having a good game week, the game weeks come thick and fast. Moving on to game week 5 now. No time to dwell on the good game weeks. They are coming thick and fast. We need to be prepared. And this one is making me a little nervous. I've planned to roll the transfer, which is why I'm a bit nervous for this game week. I hope you have made some amazing changes with the information I've given you and hope your team can do well. So in this game week, since Chelsea have been leaking goals, I have decided to keep Robert Sanchez on the bench and start with Martin Dubravka against Nottingham Forest at home. With Nottingham Forest, they did lose midweek to Swansea, so since they are leaking goals as well, I thought they are going away to Burnley. I thought I'm going to keep Martin Dubravka in my first 11. This is the reason I wanted a cheap enabler goalkeeper. Let's see if it pays off for the second time in a row. Hopefully it does for me. I'm a bit nervous this game week, hoping my team does well. I've chosen to roll simply because I want to try and get Erling Haaland in the next game week without using my free hit or my wildcard. Also, a little heads up, I might be in for my triple captain next game week with Haaland against Burnley, which is why again I am rolling that transfer. Now, Martin Dubravka is going to start for me. Also, one thing I want you to keep an eye on my channel is if in case I do make last minute changes, I will put it in a post. So please guys, keep an eye on the channel. Hit that notification bell if you want notifications of when I have posted, so you don't miss any of these posts and you are up to date with my squad and my decisions of what I am doing on the day just before the deadline, so you don't miss it all, okay? So I've gone with Martin Dubravka in goal. Then I've gone with Mickey van der Ven, who is playing Brighton and Hove Albion away. Mickey van der Ven again came up with the goods last game week. I don't think I need to talk much about Mickey van der Ven. Spurs an improved defense, of course, coming up against Brighton. You don't know what to expect against them. They've beaten Man City in the past in this season, so hoping for my team's sake, Tottenham can keep the clean sheet, gain me some points. Of course, Mickey van der Ven, people are, or FPL managers are starting to get Mickey van der Ven in. So hoping he can get me the goods and then again help me climb the ranks. We did, just a quick reminder, I did start this season at 7 million and now I'm down to 1.1 million. It is a great achievement, which is why again I am feeling nervous for this game week. I hope the team doesn't do that bad, and even if it does a bit bad, maybe drop to 2 million, I'll be happy with that. Not having used a chip, some people above me or some managers above me have already used a few chips, which is why I am a bit calm about the ranking. Then moving on to my next defender, this game week's formation is going to be a 4-3-3. I initially thought of starting with a 5-3-2, but I don't much believe in Nico Williams, especially with the new manager bounce. It doesn't look like that is going to help the cause, with especially with Burnley away. We did see how stubborn Burnley are in defense against Liverpool last game week. So if they do something like that, defend in low blocks, there might be problems for Nottingham to score goals, and they might concede on the odd counter attack. So which is why I have kept Nico Williams on the bench in this one, and I've gone with Anderson playing Brentford at home. Again, Anderson is considered to be a DEFCON monster, getting those DEFCON points in the past game weeks. He's playing at home again. I'm favoring the home fixture, hoping Anderson can get the clean sheet, some bonus points, and the DEFCON points. Now my next two picks are quite interesting as they are playing against each other. Again, Nico Williams, I didn't want to play another two of my players against each other in Dubravka playing against Nico Williams, which is why I thought I'll keep Nico Williams on the bench. If he punishes me, he punishes me, so be it. I'll take that hit. That's my decision for my team. So I've kept Nico Williams on the bench. Now Mark Gahey is playing West Ham away. It is a bit of a weakened Crystal Palace team. They've lost Eze, of course, to Arsenal. No Ismail Assar. Mateta missing chances. Doesn't look like the strongest Crystal Palace team, but they do look very strong defensively. They did concede a goal against Millwall, if I'm not mistaken, midweek, but still, they did concede that goal very late on in the game. Looked quite balanced in defense. So I've played Mark Gahey in this team alongside El Hadji Diouf. Again, West Ham, you don't know what to expect from them. But from the looks of it, if there was any West Ham players that I would play, it would be either one of Bowen, Paqueta, or El Hadji Diouf, which is why Diouf makes it into my team. He is the only one I have, having sold Bowen earlier in the season. Diouf does get quite up high, so has that attacking threat, which is why I've put him in the team, just because in the past I have benched him and he's come up with a 10-pointer and some attacking returns. So I thought if he does something, I'll try and not miss it. In a game week, I'm nervous as an FPL manager. I thought I'm going to play him in this team. So El Hadji Diouf makes it into the squad. In my midfield, I've gone with the three midfielders in Mo Salah. He takes the captaincy armband, playing in a Merseyside derby at home. Of course, Liverpool beat Atletico Madrid in the Champions League 3-2. Again, another last-minute goal. You don't know what to expect from Liverpool. But Liverpool, a strong side at Anfield, hoping Salah can come up with the goods. He did score an assist in that Champions League fixture. Hoping he can continue that for my team. That is why he's got the captaincy armband on him this game week. Now, my next pick is Antoine Semenyo. Not much can be said about him. He has got 0.5 increase in price. Plays Newcastle at home. Again, I'm not going to talk too much about Antoine Semenyo. He can return at any point. He did score 2 goals against Liverpool in the opening game week, came with a goal and an assist in the last game week, has increased in price. What an amazing player. Happy to have him in my team and also start him in any fixture. One thing about Antoine Semenyo is I'm happy to play him in any game week. Very reliable player. The minutes are there for him, and he is now considered to be on penalties with Clivert out of the team and Clivert trying to get back into the team. It looks like Antoine Semenyo, as long as Clivert's off the pitch, Antoine Semenyo will take the penalties. My next pick is Bruno Fernandes. Here comes a little bias. The reason as well I have not put in Robert Sanchez is anything could happen. Chelsea are starting to leak in goals. Bruno Fernandes is on penalties for Manchester United, so if anything happens, the returns could be there for Bruno Fernandes. Hoping, of course, Chelsea win as a Chelsea fan, but if there is a penalty in that game for Manchester United, I know Bruno Fernandes for 9 mil is on penalties, and if he takes it, he's more likely to score. I've kept the emotion out of the game. And for FPL, I have put Bruno Fernandes only because he is on penalties. Ollie Watkins, a very frustrating pick right from the start. Looks like this is his final opportunity to prove himself and that Aston Villa squad to prove themselves for, I think, most of the FPL managers. It has been frustrating. Some of them having Rogers, of course, some of them also having Konza, but Konza has delivered with some clean sheets, especially in the last game against Everton. It was 0-0, Konza getting the returns. Rogers and Watkins, of course, blanking. Watkins now playing Sunderland away. I am hoping a lot of people have transferred him out. I'm hoping he gets those returns for me. That's why I'm being patient with Ollie Watkins, hoping he gets that 1 goal. If he gets that 1 goal, I think he will start scoring more goals, and then that will change my whole picture of getting off my transfers. Basically, I might be even then happy to keep Ollie Watkins, because after game week 5, in game week 7 they do play Burnley again. So if he does score a brace or scores a goal and gets an assist or has some sort of attacking returns, I might reconsider keeping Ollie Watkins in this squad for the Burnley game. But if he blanks again, that is it. It might be a direct swap for either Gyökeres or maybe get in Erling Haaland. My next pick is João Pedro, playing Manchester United away. Again, a Chelsea player. I don't think I will transfer João Pedro out. He is capable, Premier League proven. Manchester United away. He has done well for Brighton against Manchester. I will keep him no matter what. He is one of the highly owned players, so very less likely for me to transfer him out, which is why João Pedro stays in this team even if I wildcard in the next game week. My final pick is Richarlison. He plays again Brighton and Hove Albion away. Again, if I were to play Nico Williams, it would be Richarlison taking the bench. Unsurety of minutes, which is why I thought the only reason I'm playing him is there was no high altitude match compared to last game week where Brazil played in Bolivia, was a high altitude match. So it was a late match as well. So he needed extra rest, which is why I've played Richarlison, hoping he starts, fingers crossed. And my bench looking like this. Robert Sanchez on the bench playing Manchester United away, again away match, which is why he's on the bench. Nico Williams playing Burnley away. Nottingham Forest, don't know what to expect from their defense, which is why I've kept it. Dewsbury Hall playing Liverpool away, Merseyside derby, away match again, hence on the bench. And my final pick on the bench is Potts, Crystal Palace at home, unsurety of minutes, which is why Potts stays on the bench. I have run this team through Fantasy Football Hub. It does give me a game week rating of 92% and a projected points of 61.88. Fantasy Football Hub are running a 50% off. If you register and you do not win your mini leagues, you will get a full refund, but terms and conditions apply. Links in the description below. I hope all of you enjoy this weekend. I'm going to leave it here. I hope all you managers as well do well in your fantasy league. I am nervous about this one. I will see you on Monday to show you how my team has done. I will leave it here. Peace.